Have you ever just stopped and thought about what an incredible machine you are? I mean, right now, as you're listening, trillions of your cells are all working together. And not like some chaotic mob, but as a single, perfectly coordinated team. The real question, though, is how?
It's honestly a staggering thought. How does your body pull off this ridiculously complex symphony? Think about it. It's turning your lunch into energy, fighting off some virus you don't even know you have, making sense of these words, and keeping your heart beating, all at the same time, without you having to do a single thing.
Well, the secret, as it turns out, is teamwork. Amazing teamwork. It's all down to a bunch of highly specialized, interconnected systems. So let's kind of peel back the layers and see how all these groups work together to make you, well, you. And we're going to start with the very foundation that holds you all together.
All right, so every great machine needs a frame, a blueprint, right? So our first stop is the incredible engineering that gives your body its shape and, of course, the power to move around in the world.
Think of your skeleton as the internal scaffolding. It gives you that fundamental structure and, really importantly, it protects what's inside. But you know, scaffolding on its own just sits there. That's where the muscular system comes in. These are the engines, and you have over 600 of them, that pull on that frame to create every single move you make.
But your skeleton is so much more than just a passive frame. Oh no, it's a living, dynamic system. I mean, sure, it's armor for your organs, but deep inside, in the bone marrow, it's a non-stop factory, cranking out about 500 billion new blood cells every single day. Plus, it's like a mineral bank, carefully managing your body's supply of calcium.
So how do we get this incredible frame to move? With over 600 skeletal muscles, and even something as simple as taking a single step, it's like this complex, beautiful ballet. Your nervous system sends out this perfectly timed cascade of signals, telling some muscles to contract while others relax in perfect opposition. It creates motion that's both incredibly powerful and super precise.
Okay, but all that structure, all that movement, it comes at a cost, right? Energy. A machine this complex needs a constant, reliable power source. So let's head on into the engine room and see how every last cell gets the fuel it needs to do its job.
Welcome to the engine room. Powering your body is basically a three-part mission. You've got the digestive system, which extracts fuel from your food, the respiratory system pulls in oxygen to burn that fuel, and then the cardiovascular system, that's the massive delivery network that gets it all where it needs to go.
And what's amazing is how seamless it is. While you're eating, your digestive system is already breaking stuff down, absorbing nutrients. While you're breathing, your lungs are swapping out waste CO2 for fresh oxygen. And all the while, your cardiovascular system is the tireless courier, picking up both and racing them out to every cell in your entire body.
And right at the center of this whole delivery network is, of course, the heart. This thing is a powerhouse. It's a tireless muscle that pumps about 2,000 gallons of blood every single day, just to make sure no cell anywhere is left hungry.
And just for a second, think about the scale of this network. It's mind-boggling. If you could take all the tiny little blood vessels in your body and stretch them out end to end, they'd circle the entire Earth more than twice. That's how dedicated your body is to making sure no cell gets left behind. It's just wild.
So, we've got the framework and we've got the fuel, but who's in charge? What's directing it all? What tells the muscles to move or the heart to beat faster when you're running? Well, it's time to meet the body's very sophisticated control center.
Now, what's really cool is that the body actually has two different but complementary communication networks. You could think of the nervous system as like the high-speed internet. It sends instant messages. Then you've got the endocrine system, which is more like a chemical postal service for slower, more widespread announcements. And you absolutely need both.
And that difference in speed and method is totally crucial. The nervous system uses these zippy electrical signals for immediate reactions. You know, like when you pull your hand off a hot stove without even thinking. The endocrine system, on the other hand, sends out chemical messengers called hormones through the blood. It's way slower because it's designed to regulate long-term stuff, like growth or mood or your metabolism.
Okay, last but certainly not least, a machine this complex has to operate in a pretty dangerous world, and it also produces its own waste. So it needs a dedicated team for defense, for security, and for sanitation. Let's take a look at the systems that handle all the protection and maintenance.
Yep, this is the body's dedicated maintenance crew. And together, they form a protective barrier against the outside world. They hunt down any internal invaders, and they're constantly filtering out waste to keep the whole system from, getting clogged up.
So first up, you've got your skin. The integumentary system, that's your big outer wall. But inside, you've got the lymphatic system. which is like a silent security patrol, always checking for invaders. And then there's the urinary system. Its star players, the kidneys, are the ultimate filtration plant, cleaning your entire blood supply about 60 times a day to get rid of waste.
So from the living steel of your bones to the electrical wiring of your nerves, every single system is in constant, silent communication. It's this self-regulating, self-repairing masterpiece of teamwork, just a delicate, powerful balance that keeps you running smoothly 24/7.
Seriously, when you consider this incredible, silent coordination that's happening inside you right this very second, it's truly awe-inspiring. So it kind of makes you wonder, in this perfectly balanced machine that is your body, what part of its amazing teamwork amazes you the most?